Hey everyone, I've just had a crazy conversation with this old guy who ended up leaping into a 2-year-old Morgan sports car. Wow. Let's go for a ride and have a chat. Okie dokie. Right, let's go for a ride. Let's get off. I've just had a word with this guy. He must have been, what, 75 to 80? I didn't ask his age. Hang on, let's wait for this van. And we were just having a chat in a coffee shop in Eckershaw. And he's looking at my bike and he's laughing and he says, how's the pony? And I says, oh, that's okay. Anyway, ultimately, long story short on that bit, he says to me, it'll not be long before the government pick your pony up. I said to him, what are you talking about? He says, if the war escalates any further, he says, they'll be coming for that. I says, what do you mean? He says, between Russia. And what do you mean? Anyway, he told me a story. His father and his grandfather had a horse breeding business, of which he now has with his sons. They had to start up a brand new business after the Second World War. And when the Second World War started, they were saying that the government came round, all the officials came round and took all the horses away in readiness for World War II. Although that said, in World War II, horses weren't used that much, I am guessing. And he said they took all the horses. And he said also they locked down the money that they'd got. And then he started talking about the price of gold. This is not financial advice. And he said, you'll have noticed over the last few months that the price of gold has been going up and up and up. And he says everybody's moving the cash into gold. He said because if we're going to another world war, he said they don't want the governments to lock down the bank accounts to which they won't be able to access the money. And he said that happened in the past. So I'll flash up a screen of the current price over the last year of gold. There you go, you can see it's risen. He actually pulled his iPhone 17 out. This old guy, he's there playing around on his iPhone 17 like he's a 22-year-old guy. He knows exactly what he's doing. And by this point, as I'm talking to him, I didn't even know he got this Morgan. Yeah. And I thought, okay. And you know how you take things with a bit of a pinch of salt? Anyway, he's showing me, he says, look at the price of gold, how it's flown up over the last few months. He says everybody's pulling the cash out in fear of their accounts being locked down in case we go into another war. Oh, right. I said, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I've never been interested particularly in buying gold, and I'm still not. I haven't got enough money to buy gold. And he said, and he was laughing. And he basically said, don't worry. He says, when they come for your little Triumph pony, meaning the Triumph 800 that I'm riding right now, the Triumph Tiger 800, he says, you'll already know about it because they'll have locked your accounts to stop you from being able to spend your money just before hyperinflation comes in. And he's there going on and on and on. And it was brilliant how he was talking. And he said they had to restart the business in the 1960s for horse breeding. Now I got the understanding that the horses that they were breeding prior to the Second World War were working horses, not racing horses. But recently I guess they've gone into racing horses and things like that. But this was a really, really interesting conversation. What are your thoughts on this? How would you feel if you woke up one morning? And he did say this. He says you'll wake up one morning and you'll go onto your app on your phone and you won't be able to get through to your bank. I hope this is not paranoia. And he says a few days later someone will come round with an articulated truck and load up your motorbikes, and they'll be taken away, probably not for war use. He said they'll be melted down. And I thought, wow, this sounds really, really weird. What do you think to that for a story? Anyway, he gets up out of the cafe and I'm thinking, yeah. And he must be 75 to 80. I didn't ask his age, I should have done. And he gets out and there's I watched him out of the window as he's walking away, as I'm finishing off my pan au chocolat. And he gets into a 2-year-old Morgan sports car with a private plate. And not one of these plates that is a normal plate that looks like a private plate. This is a private plate. 2 letters and a number. Yeah? Like RB7 or RB2. It wasn't RB2 or RB7. I'm just using my initials. Yeah? Unbelievable. As I ride the Staffordshire Hills, well, they're the Staffordshire roads really, on the Triumph Tiger 800. By the way, in front of me is the Aiuchi C3 Plus. Here's the details. Order yourself one now. I think you'll be able to get one for about £65–70. And this one comes with the tyre pressure monitoring system. It doesn't come with the camera, but this is a great present. A great present. So order yourself one. And while you're at it, order yourself the Ride Iron gloves. The links are in the description. This Aiuchi C3, absolutely brilliant. C3 Plus. With the tyre pressure monitoring, absolutely brilliant. Connects to your mobile phone, and basically it's your mobile phone on a screen, so you get all the navigation like I currently have right now. Yeah? Just a thought. And don't forget to subscribe, please. What do you think to that story? So you suddenly wake up one morning and you can't get through to your bank account. He did say if you've got any money in your bank account, draw it out and get the cash out before it gets locked. He says if you're not earning great interest on it, you may as well have it under your bed in the event of something happening. He says it's highly unlikely. He said, but going to war in World War II was highly unlikely as well. And they went, and they took all his horses, or his family's horses, and took all the money away to fund the war effort. I didn't know that. I guess it sounds logical, really. If everybody's got loads of money, and I'm not saying they did have loads of money in the end of the 1930s, but collectively there's a lot of money, so you just take it off the population. And I guess most of the people at that time didn't have bank accounts. But interesting stuff. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this particular subject. It's amazing it's amazing the people I meet. He looked a normal guy, you know, he's wearing beige cords, nice brown boots, a nice jumper, a shirt under his jumper, normal guy, nice haircut, old man, and he just started talking to me about the motorbike. He says, you know, he just said, that's a nice pony, and we just got talking. Unbelievable. What are your thoughts on this subject? I know I come out with crazy subjects, but I'd love to know what you're thinking on this one. I would love to know what you are thinking. Hope you enjoyed it, hope it was thought-provoking, and I shall see you very soon. Ride safely. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you ever so much. Much appreciated. I owe you. I am forever in your debt. Ride safely. See you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.